Hi friends, it's Julia. I'm here to share another kit that I've put together for my series, one kit, 12 cards. But with this one, I'm going to make even more cards. I have been watching the Christy Marcotte videos where she takes an entire 6x6 paper pad and builds on that and creates tons, 20, 30, 40 cards with that, with a few additional supplies like some additional cardstock and some stamps. And so what I've decided to do is I've started with this kit that I bought from Close to My Heart, and it is from the 2018 seasonal, January to April 2018 seasonal expressions catalog. So it's their mini catalog. So I bought this kit. With this kit comes 12 card bases, supplies to make 6 of each of these cards, a stamp set, 3 sheets of cardstock, 2 pieces of pattern paper, and sequins. And I'll show you. And it also came with an instruction pack on how to create 6 of each of these cards. I won't use this necessarily. I'll use it to build 2 of each of those cards, because that's typically what I do. Here's a stamp set, and it says, "You're something magical," and "Hello, lovely." Love those borders and those dots there and all the little stars and hearts. Oh, it comes with a roll of ribbon, and that is white ribbon, and it looks like it's got the is it maybe lagoon, that deep turquoise color in the ribbon. Oh, sorry, peacock stitched. There's the card bases. And then the sequins pack are these glittered half dots, and then the floral shaped sequins. The 2 sheets of pattern paper are the same. You can see 2 of the purple dot and 2 of the floral. And then you get 3 sheets of cardstock. You get white, peacock, and a very pale pink. So what I did, in addition to the supplies that came, I went through my stash and I pulled in some additional papers. And so let me just set these where you can get a good showing of what I have. So I've added in some papers. First off, I'm adding in 5 sheets of this 110-pound cardstock from Michaels, because I like to stamp on it. It will hold up very well with water if I decide to color in my images. I added in several sheets of glitter paper. I have this very deep blue. Not sure if I'm going to use this one, because now that I'm looking at it, it really doesn't match the paper. So let me just pull that out. So I have this paler blue. I have these purple. That's a full sheet of the purple, and then some scraps of purple. And then I have silver. Silver is going to be like my metallic color, I guess, to go with this kit. And so I have these to go with those. So let me set those down. And then I went through and pulled from my stash. This is a Stampin' Up! Sheet of paper. It's pretty old. I only have like a couple of sheets left of this paper pack that I bought. Okay, this one is a Close to My Heart piece of paper, or not Close to My Heart, it's a Stampin' Up! Piece of paper, and I felt like the deeper purple match. It's not an exact match to the deep purple, but it's close enough that I'm going to pull it in. I only had a couple of sheets left in this pattern paper. I don't know that I'll get any. I probably won't use that side at all, but I pulled it in for this side. This is one of those Pebbles paper packs that had like 180 sheets of super duper thin paper. I'm going to try and get some use out of this. I think it matches that turquoise color pretty good in the floral paper, and so I'm going to try. Next is it's called Around the Block paper. Ooh, this is from a while ago. Doesn't have a year on here, but it was a happy birthday paper pack. I had like 4 or 5 sheets of paper in it. I never used it as a happy birthday paper, but I might try and use some of that on there. But mostly I pulled it in for this deep shade of purple that matches the floral here. I pulled in a pink sheet of paper from Style Essentials from Echo Park. This side is the quatrefoil, and this side is, or maybe that side's the quatrefoil, whatever it's called. Anywho, so I pull that in. It matches that pale pink pretty good. I pulled in another sheet of cardstock. This is a paper pad sheet of paper, and I think it was My Mind's Eye, and it's got just ever so much of that dry embossing on there. It's not glittered. It's just almost a wet look on top of some of the floral bits in here, and it gives it a little bit of a sheen on it. Anyway, it's got the purple, it's pulled in green, and it's got green in the background paper. It's got pink, it's got purple. The only thing this has that this doesn't is a little bit of orange, but I'm going to try and get some use out of it. Next, I pulled in another Echo Park Style Essentials, and this one is in that shades of pink. Light Pink Flourish is what it's called, and I love that this matches so well. These Style Essentials from Echo Park were always so good about matching everything. You know, if you have like a pale pink shade or something, it just matched everything. And last, as far as pattern paper, is this paper pad paper. I want to say it was in My Mind's Eye as well, or MMBI, I can't remember, but it's got polka dots, and they're a little bit raised on here, and so it's the paler shade of purple that's kind of outlining some of these flowers in here. So I'm going to try and get that used. And then I pulled in some, oh, here's a couple more sheets of specialty paper. You know, I pulled in the glitters. These are both foiled, and they have like a circle type foil on it. They came from Dollar Tree, from big packs of them, and this is actually if you peel it apart, this top piece will stick down separately. I don't peel them apart, I just, you know, cut them out and stick them down. So let me put that with my specialty papers. Let me lift these here and put them back there. I pulled in a couple of sheets of pink. One is a bit lighter, the other two are a bit darker, but this also has light and dark pink, and I'll use these for like matting different pieces of paper that I cut out. Then I pulled in these sheets of green. I think it was like the color of the year a couple of years ago for Close to My Heart, and I think it's called Emerald. Yeah, Emerald. And I have 2 sheets of that left. I think I had started out with 5 sheets of it, and I have 2 left, so I'm going to try and get those used up as background or matting. And then these 2 are maybe Lagoon, maybe, I don't remember the name of this, maybe Twilight, I think, from Close to My Heart. Just 2 sheets of that, also going to use it for background. And then I pulled in stamps. I pulled in this set from the Stamps of Life, and I pulled it in because some of the inspiration cards in the catalog had fish, and I love some of the sentiments here. Also, along with the same original paper pack, there was a stamp set that you could make some cards out of with these Make Waves stamps, and it also comes with dies to cut out. I pulled in this one. It says Notes of Inspiration, just some general sentiments on there. This one, it says High Five sentiments. And then this one, it says We Belong Together sentiments, and I love this. It's got 2 bumblebees, ketchup and fries, pizza, tomatoes, pills. So I think those will be fun. And then this one is Zoology. I've had this one for a very long time and never used it, and it's like for baby making cards. And so it says, hello there, just because you're special, happy thoughts and thinking of you. But it makes me feel like this is from a baby making set. And so I'm going to try and get those used. So let me pull back in my, sorry, I still have other things to show you. I pulled in some washi tape. And these are all glittered. 2 glitters, a green and a purple in glitter. This foiled in a turquoise and this foiled in purple. I've added those in. And then I pulled in some bling from my stash. I had 2 packages of this, so I pulled them both. And it's got darker and lighter purple. I pulled in these hearts that have light to dark, glittered and flat, or not flat, but just regular enamel hearts from Close to My Heart. These are from Freckled Fawn. These are gemstones from Paper Studio, and they have pink and purple shades. These are Freckled Fawn, and they have purple, white, and turquoise shades. And these are gemstones from the Paper Studio, which is Hobby Lobby, and they're in the turquoise color. Oh, they look more blue against it. I'm not going to add these. I'll take those out. So, and then I pulled in a border punch to use with this kit, and it's from Stampin' Up, and it's, I don't remember the name of it. It doesn't say on there, but it is my favorite scallop die ever of all time. So there. Let's add back those stamps from the original kit, that twine, or I'm sorry, that fabric ribbon, and that's my kit that I've put together. I'm going to use one of Christy Marcotte's videos where she makes, you know, the 30 plus cards, 25 plus cards, I guess, and just follow along with her making some cards, and we'll see what I come up with at the end of the day, or at the end of the week. This may be a kit that I work on for a little while before I come back with the results of it. But when I do, I will show you what I have created. Results of that kit. But first I want to show you what I have left inside the kit. Of course, the stamps, and I used all but one set. I had added in this set that I've had for years, and I had not used up until this point. I'm talking like 10 years maybe. And I finally used that one. I used this one with the fruit, and because I used archival inks, they're all stained black. I did not use this kit. This was the High Five kit. I did not use that. That's the only one. This one called Notes of Inspiration. And all of these so far have been close to my heart. This one, I don't know what the name of this one is. It's whales and octopi, and yeah, I don't remember the name of it. And this one, Something Magical from Workshop Your Way, came with the kit originally. And you can see I used the heck out of it, and it's quite stained. I had added this one in from the Stamps of Life, and I think I used it. I can't remember. We'll see when I go through the stamps. So I had started out with 2 pieces of pattern paper, several sheets of cardstock, a roll of ribbon, and some enamel dots, and I added a ton more in. After I created the video, I was going through my stash for something else, and I found these 2 sets of brads, and I thought some of the colors matched pretty well, so I pulled those in. I used some of them, not all of them. I did use the ribbon, and I used quite a bit of the ribbon, so I'm glad about that. I have washi tape here, and I believe I had one other one that I did use up the remainder of the roll. I think I started out with 5 rolls. I may be wrong, but I think I did. But I still have 4 rolls, and there's plenty on each roll to get used up. I added in enamel dots. Some of them I used, some of them I did not. I had added in these 2 packs of brads, and you can see I used all of the white on that row, but that's it. I think I had used some previously. These are the enamel dots that came with the kit, and I did use them some. Then I had these gemstones. They're close to my heart. Make Waves sequins and gems. I think I used up all the sequins in there and just still had the gems. These are Freckled Fawn in 3 different colors. I may have used those once or twice. These from Freckled Fawn I did not use. These gemstones I don't believe I used. I think the ones that are gone are ones that had previously been used before this kit. And then these are Freckled Fawn I did not use. I had gone through and I had added 5 sheets of just plain white cardstock to my stash, and I went through and I stamped tons of images. You can see, I mean, I have lots of whales and octopi. You can see I stamped tons of images on this heavier weight cardstock, and some of the images you won't see. Sorry, my cat has decided she wants to play along. Some of the images you didn't see in the stamp sets, but I was just playing around with them. They're ones that I had taken with me on a retreat weekend. Anyway, this one from the Stamps of Life. It's a little doggy. I'm pretty disappointed with it. It's got a scratch on its face, and I stamped several times thinking it was just ink, and then after I scrubbed it I realized it's a stamp flaw. There's fishies, there's a bunny set too, and there are carrots there. I did not color those in because I did not use them, and you can see I stamped tons and tons of images and did not use them, but they will go into, I have a scrap bin like with stamped images in it, and these will go in there. If I have like embellishments or something that I've created or cut out, I tend to always put them in that one bin so I have easy access to it. That's just plain white. I think that may be it for all the images that I created. I have a ton of them. You can see that. There's a ton there. So I can still make more cards if I want to. I had started out with the original paper, and this was the pattern. There were 2 sheets, one with this side and then one with this side. And I think I have like maybe a portion of a sheet left, and that was it. But I'm not seeing it. This was the original. Oh, more images. This was the original inspiration sheet that came with it to create 6 of each of these cards from the original kit. I think I made a couple of each just to say that I used it some. And I added in tons of Close to My Heart inks, and I guess maybe I used up that paper. I had added in some glitter papers, and I have some left, but you can see all these little scraps. Another image. I love finding these images throughout here. Yeah, lots of fun stuff. There are bits and pieces of glitter paper, of the pattern paper. All of these were full-size sheets. What I have left over as far as full-size sheets, these are all scrap pieces here. And then the full-size sheets that I have left are here, and I have a pink, a polka dot purple, a pink, what do you call that, flourish, this darker purple polka dot with that image with the birthday images, circles on the back, and then a sheet of that, I forget what color it is, maybe juniper or maybe twilight from Close to My Heart. But that's what I have left as far as papers and stamped images go. And embellishments, that kind of thing. I used tons of stuff, and I'm really happy with how much use I got out of this kit. I could make more, but I'm not going to. I got tired of, when you work exclusively with one paper pack you know that you've created, you get kind of tired of it after a while, especially when you're making cards from it. And I made way more than 12 cards, y'all. I think, I don't even know how many I made. 2? Oh, let me flip those because I'm... Alright, let me just show you. Okay, so that one is one. And it just says We Belong Together, and it's the ketchup and fries, and you can see I went in and I stamped those images in black archival, and then I went back through and I colored them in. The envelope has the little tomatoes on it, and then it says Remember I Love You Best on the inside. This one is a couple of pills, and it says I think you're suffering from a lack of vitamin Me, and I went ahead and colored those pills in. Again, tomatoes on the front and Remember I Love You Best. This one is You've Stolen a Piece of My Heart. Again, I stamped the image with black archival and then went in, colored it in, and I used inks to color these in. I squished some of these. Some of these I did use markers. I took some of my Close to My Heart markers with me. The oh shooey, I forget what they're called. Anyway, some Oriental or Asian type name. Let me look and see. It's gonna make me crazy, y'all, when I'm trying to tell you something. The Shinhan art markers are the ones that I use. They are the ones sold from Close to My Heart. And so I went through and I used those to color in the image, Shinhan. And again, pizza on the, or tomatoes on the front of the envelope, and remember, I love you best. Let me flip those from the back. Be Mine, the two little images of the bee, just some washi tape and a brad. Remember, I love you best. And this is that whole one set. And you can see, those are the same style of card. I followed the same basic pattern to create those 4 cards. Then I started a different set here. This is Do Good, Feel Good. And this mimics the pattern from the original. This one used the You Are Something Magical and Hello Lovely. I follow the same pattern, just use a different sentiment and cut it out. And it says on the inside, you can change the world. It's got some washi tape and a little brad there. This one follows the inspiration almost to the letter, with the exception of the sequins. I think the inspiration had gems there, and I use sequins. And it says, you are something magical, be brave, fearless, and strong, bold and strong. And then I put a little stamp there under where you put the address. So when you're addressing it to whoever, this will be underneath of that. This one says Hello Lovely, and this mimics the inspiration. It's the same image with even down to the gemstones. And then nothing on the inside. And then I use this little hash here to create the front of the envelope. And you'll notice I go through a lot and create like 1 or 2 cards, sometimes up to 4 or 5 cards with the same image. Again, Hello Lovely, nothing on the inside, it's just a blank card. This one says Hello There, and it's for a new baby. It's blank on the inside, and then I stamped a little pink hippo on the front of the card, and just the lion and the giraffe, and I stamped those with Close to My Heart inks. And you can see a lot of this, like all of these purple patterns, these here, those are all from the inspiration kit. Same card here, nothing changed there, and I think I made several of those. I might have a couple more of those. This one is a happy anniversary card. Again, I follow the same pattern on these ones, and I just stamped that on a scrap piece of paper and added a couple of brads and a little gemstone there. And then it says, here's to a very special couple, here's to the love you share, and here's to a lifetime of happiness together. And then I put a little bouquet on the front of the envelope. Same thing on this one, same sentiment on the inside, same bouquet on the envelope. Again, the same pattern as these. It says, you are something magical, be brave, fearless, bold, and strong. So that matched that one. Hello Lovely, you can change the world. Stay focused and extra sparkly. I love that sentiment. You can change the world. And those are great ones that I can send to my granddaughters, you know, when they just need a boost. Again, stay focused and extra sparkly. You can change the world. I did that pattern a lot. This one is just a little, I think it's for the new too. So this is a wedding. And these are some older stamps that I had that I just created that image. I stamped the words to the background, and then I stamped the couple over the top. And just used some scraps of paper. Again, same thing here for the new too. And then on the envelope where you put the address, then I have the arrow right underneath. This one is Together Hand in Hand, and this one can be used as a this one is I made into a wedding card because I put for the new two in there. And again, Together Hand in Hand, and for the new two. Oh wow, look, this one has a square and I'm missing one here. So when I find that extra square, I don't know where it went to. It may be down in that stack somewhere. For the bride and groom, for the new two. Well, that's going to bug me. Bride and Groom. And this little set of bells I fussy cut. I stamped the image and then fussy cut, and then I used a die to create this image, and then those are all scraps. On the back of these ones that are like this, those are all scraps here. Again, Bride and Groom for the new 2. Bride and Groom for the new 2. And then finally Bride and Groom for the new 2. And I'm going to have to find that one. That's going to make me nuts though. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 cards. One's broke. I'm going to have to fix it. But 25 cards out of my 1 kit 12 cards, or 12 cards 1 kit stash. So I hope I inspired you to put a little kit together from your stash and create some cards for giving out for different occasions throughout the year, or even to package up and give as gifts. Anyway, thanks for sticking around, and I hope you got inspired today, and I hope you'll stick around and subscribe. Click me a thumbs up, and I will see you on the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.